everybody, welcome to Call of Cthulhu Song and Dance session number 10. Unfortunately, the radio announcer disappeared around the LeBlanc market. We're not entirely sure what happened with him, so I'm going to have to run the quick recap of the last session and what happened. We got some shenanigans, we got some more hinting and information relating to the girls. We found out about some mysterious women who were found unconscious. There was gunshots. Truth or Dare went about as well as one would think. Then we got over to the wonderful world of the dancing contest. We had some nice, wholesome dancing, wholesome knowledge. Flack stepped in as Jean Savoy and broke everybody, which was good.
Yep.
And we are and yeah, we're pretty much at the dancing contest. Let me pull up the roll 20. Ooh la la la. It's nice and pretty. So, to set the scene and kind of go from there. So, this is right after Jack successfully dips Louise and gives her a nice little smooch. And as he's pulling her back up, there's some wolf whistles from other people who were dancing, who were like, "Yeah, go dude!" I don't know the technical term that would have been thrown, but you know, wolf whistle, some cheers. Wolf and Laura saw it. Runa and Tony.
Shocking.
Runa and Tony didn't see it. They were busy having their own kind of wholesome moment. And as Louise is kind of getting pulled up straight from this, is there anything in particular you would like to do, Louise?
I am squeaking.
That is my action for this round.
My action proceeds to squeak.
Squeaks and blush, Your Honor.
Squeaks and blushing. Many squeaks, many blushes. Looks at Jack nervously, hoping that was not an accident.
Do you often get kissed on accident?
No, never. But, weirder things have happened today.
All right. And Jack, as you pull Louise up, you notice on your wrist that the watch that your sister had given you for a graduation present, basically the last time you ever saw her, that gift was to you, is gone.
Oh no. Have we stood back up? Are we still dancing?
You guys are standing
or did we
up.
Stop?
You guys are standing. You're still kind of holding each other, but it's.
Jack is really embarrassed now, and now his mind is panicking because he lost his watch that his sister gave him. I'm at a loss for words. Louise, help me, please.
I mean, if you're stammering, Louise will kind of shift her weight from one foot to the other and be like, that was. She doesn't know your watch is missing, so that was pretty nice, Jack.
Yeah, it was nice. I'm sorry. Can you give me a second?
Oh, sure. Takes a step back. Oh, hold on. I got a roll 20 thing. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh. Are you all right?
Just there's a lot happening right now in my life.
Yeah.
That was good. I enjoyed that. Thank you, Flower, for transcribing my awkward self.
I'll be doing this.
Louise, I need to be alone for a second. I'm sorry. This is a lot. I need to process that my watch is gone. I have to. And Jack just stammers and just kind of walks away to the table. At least the table.
Okay.
Oh, Louise proceeds to look around the floor around where they have danced to see if she spots the watch.
Okay. Do you want to roll a spot hidden for that?
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
Hold on. I'm pulling my dice out of their case. 5 seconds.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm ill prepared.
Properly does.
And I don't have my character sheet up, but that is a 12.
A 12. That is. Let me double check. That is a success. It's not on the floor. However, you do see coming up to you, Fat Iggy. It's gonna come over to you.
Oh.
It's like, Miss LeBlanc.
Mr. Sagano. Little polite curtsy.
It's good to see you out and about. Where'd your dancing partner go?
He felt a little ill with all the spinning and whatnot.
I see. Well, if you don't mind, I'd happy to keep his place warm while he handles whatever's going on with him. He offers up his hand.
Louise is not going to be impolite. She's going to take his hand and be like, well, I must warn you, I ain't a good dancer.
Don't worry. You're not as bad as some of the other contestants here.
You're too kind, sir.
And so he's going to take your hand, and you guys are going to kind of... I'm trying to figure out the best way to explain it, because it's not like it's kind of like the dancing that Laura and Wolf are doing. It's not like Tony and Runa dancing. It's kind of...
It's polite company dancing.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Polite company dancing.
Excited.
Yes. And after a few...
Can I see that this conversation is happening? From Wolf's perspective, not...
Go ahead and roll spot hidden.
Okay. 35.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see it.
Just an eyebrow raise. He's not gonna question it. He's just like, okay.
All right. So after a few minutes of dancing, Fat Iggy is going to look at you, Louise, and he's like, by the way, Miss LeBlanc, do you think your cousin Cecil... Wait, hold on. Let me double check the family tree.
Yeah, brother. Cecil's a brother.
Brother. Okay, he says brother. He says brother. By the way, Miss LeBlanc, is it possible that your brother could make a certain type of liquor for me?
I mean, Cecil's adapted several different types of liquors. But if it's a barrel, he might insist you keep the barrel at your place, because it's pretty hard to, keep the right conditions where he stills, if you know what I mean.
I understand completely. Thankfully, it's not a barrel kind of liquor I'm looking for. I'm hoping that he can make some limoncello.
Oh yeah, Cecil can make that.
Wonderful. I've been having a hankering for some good limoncello. Haven't been able to find it. He just kind of shakes his head.
Well, I can certainly pass on a message and get you a batch just to yourself if you like, Mr. Sagano.
That would be wonderful. Even my most best officers and best men can't even track him down, so I have to go to you.
Yes. Cecil is hard to find, and he likes it that way.
Yes. and it kind of trails off for a couple of moments or so, and then he's gonna kind of it's gonna be a little bit of a lower sound, so like it's not easy to pick up by anybody.
Okay.
And he's gonna look at you, Louise, and he's gonna be like, "If you don't mind me snooping, what exactly did John Savoy tell you?"
You have to give me a second, Beth. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, can Beth give Luis give Tomb a refresher on what Luis knows about Mr. Cigano?
Okay.
I'm sorry, I just want to make I want to think it through. I'm sorry.
Yeah, totally understand. Mr. Sagano is the one who allows liquor into the city. Most officers and government officials are on the Sagano family payroll. He is Mr. and Mrs. Y's father. Not an individual that you would want to piss off, because those who have pissed him off disappear. But he's definitely not a hard ass like Mr. Savoy.
Okay, and can I roll, because I know for a fact I don't know this, but can I roll knowledge to see what I know of the relationship between these two?
Yes, go ahead and roll knowledge.
Okay. I just, again, want to make an informed decision because I'm on the arm of a gangster. 22!
Yeah. You know that both Fat Iggy and John Savoy, they kind of work as doing promoting work and stuff work with the boxers and stuff. You also know that it's often Wolf having to be the grown ass adult. There's some catty bitchy behavior between these two.
Okay. All right. Okay. So what was the question again, Beth? I'm sorry.
Fat Iggy asked you, if you don't mind me snooping, what did John Savoy tell you?
Okay. Louise is gonna kind of lower her voice, kind of glance around. Mr. Savoy was politely informing me that Gabriel no longer works in his employ thanks to my efforts and a couple veiled threats, if I'm honest, Mr. Sagano.
Fatty's gonna nod and did hold on. I see. He wasn't at the promotion micromanaging, so wanted to double check and make sure he wasn't up to something.
I can't tell if he has, sir. But I know he's not too happy with me.
He's gonna kind of scoff. He's between you and me, Mr. Savoy has a very large stick up his ass.
This can certainly stay between us, sir.
He's gonna pause for a second and then he's like, "Now, did he use the flower threat? The garden flower threat? His wife's garden flower threat?"
Louise is kind of gonna go a little quiet and go, "Yes, sir."
His expression is just like, "Oh, god damn it, he did it again." And he's just gonna shake his head and he's kind of laughing. Pardon me for laughing, Miss LeBlanc. Jean Savoy has this tendency to say as much as he thinks, or he kind of snaps his finger, kind of trying to hold the train of thought together. Jean Savoy has a thing where he says just enough to sound like he knows exactly what's going on in the hopes to get the listener to fill in the blanks for him. Full of crock.
Well, I'm glad it doesn't hold as much weight as I thought. She's it's a question, kind of asking.
Yeah. He kind of pats your shoulder and stuff.
Psychology.
Go ahead and roll psychology.
That is a 27.
Yeah, he's telling the truth. He appears to be telling the truth as it pertains to the Johnson Place thing.
Can I ask him something, or are you going somewhere, Beth?
Go ahead and ask.
Mr. Sagano, if I can ask, sir, Gabe and you know, Mr. Y, your son, they seem to be real close friends, but I don't quite remember them hanging out when I lived nearby.
He's Betty's gonna chuckle a little bit. And he's like, yeah, those two are pretty good at hiding that relationship of theirs. Granted, given Mr. LeBlanc, I don't entirely blame him. The boys have known each other since they were 14. Yes, 14, and they've been friends ever since. And actually, that reminds me, I do wish to apologize in advance for Yvonne's sour mood, I guess. He takes loss pretty hard, and so if he's an asshole to you, I apologize. Kind of chuckles a little bit.
I believe I need to make my way over to him at one point and apologize, to be quite honest.
Hmm?
But well, it's my own meddling that's got Gabe out to safety, and, well, I'm sure he ain't too happy about that. But
He kind of chuckles a little bit, but he's kind of nodding and understanding, kind of like, oh yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, Yvonne has been pretty sensitive the past year or so, especially with the whole situation with Jean's daughter and Gabe, and then worrying like a little mother hen over him. Pretty cute.
yes, very much.
Are you aware of that situation by chance, or has Gabe kept a pretty tight lip towards you? It's hard to tell who knows what.
I'm sorry, Beth. You broke up for me. Could you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Okay, one sec. Okay, so Betty's gonna chuckle, and then he's gonna pause for a minute, and then he's going to look at you, Louise, and he's gonna be like, do you know about that situation? It's always hard to tell who knows what. Oh.
Oh, Beth, do I want to lie? You know what? I'm a fast talk it, Beth. She's gonna look at him and go, "Oh, absolutely, sir. I mean, Gabe tells me everything."
Okay, go ahead and roll the fast
You
talk,
could have just said you knew, and that would be true.
but at half. You've got to hit a 37.
I got a 5.
Woo!
All right, so he's.
If you need a picture, I can send you a picture.
I believe you. So Bad Iggy's gonna nod, and he's gonna be like, "Yeah, Gabe is a pretty trusting fella, ain't he?" I just wish somebody had a camera to catch that reaction for Jean. Just kind of shakes his head a little bit, kind of not seeing that event in person, but the following day.
She nods slowly, trying to see what she understands from this.
So, so I do have, consider me curious. Has Gabe introduced you to Nicole, or has he still kept that kind of as vague as possible so it doesn't get back to Mr. LeBlanc?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? What about Nicole? Oh, has he introduced me to Nicole?
Yes. Or has he kept it secret to keep it from getting back to his dad?
Nicole or Mr. Y?
Nicole. Has Gabe introduced Nicole to Louise?
Oh.
Or has Gabe been keeping it kind of on the down low so it doesn't get back to Peter?
Okay. Louise will kind of chuckle and be like, "Oh, no, he has not introduced us at all, sir. But, we have ways of knowing, and I have mentioned to her that I am his cousin."
Oh, that face must have been wonderful to see.
Wonderful, sir.
Of course! He kind of pauses for a second before he's kind of like, I'm sure Gabe has mentioned to you that the quote unquote relationship with Nicole is on a not a downturn per se, but the fizz, it's starting to fizzle.
I believe anybody with eyes can see that, sir. And he's very much mentioned that to me.
Yeah. Kind of
Especially considering what the relationship is. She's trying to get information to see if he knew about the fight fixing, essentially, Beth.
Gotcha.
I don't know if that.
Yeah, I got you. He
Sorry.
he's gonna gonna nod, and he's gonna kind of pause for a few minutes, and then he's gonna look at you again, Louise, and he's gonna be like, you know what, Miss LeBlanc, I think I'm gonna put a good word in to Nicole's mother.
Oh?
Yeah. I feel if you get in her good graces, that'll piss Sean off something fierce, and that'll be fun.
I'm sure that'll be incredibly amusing, sir.
Yeah. She
Louise kind of just chuckles like mentally the fuck.
He's gonna
Did we say catty?
yes,
Because
catty.
it's catty.
This is a catty. This man. Where do you think Mr. and Mrs. Y got it from?
Oh gosh, yeah.
He's gonna,
Yep, I see it.
he's gonna chuckle, and he's gonna kind of give you some space, and he's going to kind of look over in Wolf's direction, and
Eye contact.
not eye contact, but he's going to notice somebody coming up to Wolf, and he's gonna
Oh,
raise an eyebrow. And
I'm personally raising an eyebrow. Hello.
And Chev, if you're ready, you can metaphorically tap on Wolf's shoulder.
What do you, wait, who walked up to Wolf?
I think
Wait.
it's Virgil, honey.
Oh, I thought, okay. I don't know what my mind was doing, replacing Iggy with myself for some reason.
We're lamenting that watch really hard.
Yeah, it bled into my own psyche.
Hello.
Well, Virgil would walk over to Wolf first, and he's still dancing with Louise or Laura, correct?
Laura, yes.
He'd probably walk up to both of them, and then make first. Yeah, he would walk up to both of them and just ask Laura, like, "Hi, sweetie, can I take this guy off your hands for a second?"
Wolf has an eyebrow rose.
Laura's glancing at Wolf like, "Are you okay with this? Who is this guy?"
Wolf does not know who this man is, but he's good. He's just like, Laura, is there something I can help you with?
Okay. Laura will drift back to the table, but is watching.
She goes back to the table.
Yep.
Okay, so then Virgil will step in and take Laura's place dancing with Wolf.
Okay, I'm assuming you came from that direction, so.
Yeah, that direction. That works.
Okay.
Whatever direction's fine for you.
So what is Virgil doing now? Like Wolf
dancing with Wolf. He basically took Laura's place in the dance.
Wolf is a little stunned. He was not expecting to be dancing with a young gentleman today. He's like, is this comfortable for you? Can I?
Oh, it's perfectly fine. I missed the first part of the evening, unfortunately. I didn't make it. I heard you were promoting some sort of fight happening.
Yeah, you missed there's gonna be a big fight between me and Gabriel LeBlanc on the 6th of January. Wolf is like he's still dancing, but it's kind of like where with Laura it was like, comfortable two-step or whatever. It's just like now with Virgil, it's like he's trying to still go through the normal motions, but like there's a pause because he's not sure if this person knows the step, and he's also like,
Virgil will step in and he'll just copy what Laura was doing.
Oh, okay.
He will take the role of the woman in this situation.
He's the second partner. Okay.
Yeah.
So like Wolf is seeing that he's comfortable dancing that step, so then like he'll it'll take him a second, but he'll pick up the slack and be like, okay, back to dancing normally. She's like, yeah, did you have any other questions about it?
Yeah, you're going to be fighting this guy?
Well, yeah.
Well,
it's the last fight of my career.
Well, shit, you better watch out.
Why would I need to watch out?
No, he better watch out, because you're something. Virgil is like probably a foot shorter than Wolf.
Virgil, would you like?
Yeah.
Or okay, so, I was gonna offer up Virgil rolling a knowledge check, but if you want Wolf to roll a psychology, we can do that too.
Should I also roll a knowledge check?
Actually, yeah. Why don't you go ahead and roll these knowledge checks so you can keep up on the. And then Wolf.
65.
I rolled a 96.
So,
oh no.
Virgil knows that Wolfgang Barker is a very well-known boxer. Pretty well known and famous. You know some of the rumors and speculations. You also know about the little incident that happened back in 1903. And Wolf, the guy seems a little bubbly, but seems all right.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi. I'm sorry, where were we?
So do you often come up to dance with men?
Occasionally I will. I mean, why not?
You're very good at it.
You're also very good at dancing. I was about to say that.
Thank you.
Anyway, this is your last. It's your last fight. Someone like you, in your prime.
That gets the biggest fucking laugh.
Do I have to roll like deception for that? Because like,
just like
someone like you, sweetie, in your prime.
Let's call that a charm. So,
yeah, okay.
Virgil, charm.
Oh my god.
That's a 51
All
out
right.
of 70.
Trying to collect player characters? Is that Chev's goal?
So
yes,
so,
I'm actually. I'm secretly
I need to roll something
Pokemon trainer.
in response.
you can roll psychology.
Okay. A 7.
Okay. That's some. Something ain't right about this guy. He's charming,
given...
but he's something ain't sitting right.
Something suspicious. Something suspicious.
Roll.
Shit. What was the last thing we danced? Oh, last fight. Oh, well, most boxers retire in their 30s, 35 at the latest. I'm really pushing it, almost 50.
Oh, you're almost 50? I couldn't tell. You don't look a day past 20.
That's a load of bullshit.
Oh, take the compliment, dear.
You're very friendly.
Oh, thank you.
That wasn't a compliment.
Oh, I'll take it like it was one.
Yeah, Tomb?
Could you put a player icon for Virgil? I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
It's bothering me. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I gotta. All right. There we go.
Just steal the green one or the purple one. Nobody will know.
Just steal Jack. Just use Jack.
No,
placeholder.
It's fine. It's fine. We can add this later. Can be
copy Jack.
There. Boom. Ba, 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 ba. Let me make sure.
Oh, look at him. Look at him and he's beautiful. I love him.
Oh, shush. There we go.
So where's this fight being held? And how much are tickets?
That would be a better question for the promoters. I don't handle that side of.
I thought your job was to promote here.
Well, we already did the promotion, and
I heard from my friend that you were here to promote your fight. I thought you would have all the details on
it.
Does Wolf know details of how much the tickets and shit cost?
I was actually going to redirect it and be like, hey, Virgil, do you want to go ahead and roll your sleight of hand?
Oh, yeah.
Okie dokie. So go ahead, okay. Virgil, roll your sleight of hand.
I got distracted by myself.
And Wolf, go ahead and roll.
Making Wolf flustered is pretty fun.
This is true.
It truly is.
Okay, so Wolf, I need a spot hidden from you, and Virgil, I need your sleight of hand.
That was a 44 out of 70.
Oh, okie doke.
I rolled a 43.
43
out of 60.
Yup. So guess what happens? Virgil, you start to move your hand onto the watch, just as Wolf puts his hand over yours, and you two look at each other.
Hi.
Hi.
He blinks a couple times, like I'm doing nothing.
Did you want to see my watch closer? I can tell you who made it.
Oh, it is lovely.
Get caught.
You never told me how much those tickets were.
He's gonna squeeze
Just
the hand a little bit hard.
Okay,
wait.
okay.
No, hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Wolf is gonna narrow his eyes at Virgil. And the like, are you trying something suspicious or not? I'm not quite sure. But he's gonna, it's not like I'm squeezing your hand so hard I'm gonna break it. But it's definitely firm to say, hey, I don't appreciate you touching my things without my permission. And he's gonna take Virgil's hand off of his watch and let it go, and then bring it up to his face where they can both see it and be like, here it is.
Oh, it sure is lovely. And Virgil's like visibly sweating.
Yeah, it's a one-of-a-kind piece. And as for your question, the tickets are insert price here.
Exactly.
Insert price like 50,
Customer service,
50 cents. Or
And
something.
the match will be held at the Orpheum Boxing Ring.
Is that the boxing ring? Would Virgil know where that is?
Yes.
Is that the boxing ring we were at before?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they have the big matches on the first floor.
Is he just holding his watch like just like less than a foot away from each other's face, talking to him like?
No, it's like, so if let's say that like there's what, like a foot and a half between them.
Okay.
So he's like holding it. I mean, there's the height difference. So for Wolf, he's just kind of has it at his like chest diaphragm, and he has it like tilted towards Virgil. So it's probably pretty much in Virgil's face because of the height difference, but
Gotcha. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
But he will probably either drop it or just be like, so did you want to continue dancing? Or did you have any other questions that I could help you with? Mr. I don't think I ever got your name.
Mr. Foxfield. You can call me Virgil if you would like.
Holds out hand without the watch.
Oh, wait. That's an awkward... Wait.
Actually,
no, that would be right. Yeah, that would be right. If
it's
his right hand, if he's right-handed, he would hold his watch in his left.
Yes.
So that makes sense.
I'm having
Virgil
that
holds
moment.
out his left hand.
Hold on, I'm having that moment where I'm like, shit. I don't think I wrote down if he was left or right-handed. Oh no, I usually do that.
Either way, Virgil is not getting another chance to roll a sleight of hand.
Oh, that's sad.
Not unless he dances.
Well, okay.
Just saying.
Good news, he was going to dance again.
Okay, well, after
well,
they're
actually,
dancing,
does Wolf holds out his hand, right? And
yeah,
then Virgil
for a handshake for the introduction.
Virgil takes his hand, handshakes, and then pulls him back into a dance.
Nice.
This time reversed.
Oh. Beth, do I need to make a dexterity?
Yeah, let's go ahead and have both of you roll dexterity. Let's see what happens.
I don't know if that
in
passes.
Wolf's head, Jean is never gonna believe this. Jean-Baptiste is never gonna believe this shit. I rolled a 12.
Okay.
That's a 66.
66. Let me double check Virgil's. Virgil, guess what?
Oh, that's failed. Yeah.
You stumble over your own.
Yes.
You stumble, like when you're trying to swim, you stumble back. And, Wolf, I will give you the option whether you keep holding his hand to keep him from falling falling on his backside, or letting,
Beth,
yes.
You know what he's gonna do.
Okay.
He's gonna pull the hand, and he's probably gonna tug him, maybe a little bit too hard, because sometimes Wolf forgets his own strength.
Oh.
So you guys do with that what you will.
Wait, Whoa. Wait, Wolf basically just pulled him into him?
Basically, it's had his hand. He was falling back. He tugged. So whether Virgil is gonna catch himself, or whether he's gonna face plant into Wolf's chest is up to you guys.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying.
I personally
pulled him.
don't.
You guys pick. I don't care.
I don't care either.
Okay.
But if Virgil falls into Wolf, it will probably definitely fluster him as well.
How about you roll another dexterity, Virgil? Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Haha.
82. Now I can't roll for shit.
You manage to not momentary straighten yourself, and then you fall, like, fall forward. It's like, yeah, you fall into Wolf's chest, and it's like, it's a good thing he's such a big guy, because if he wasn't a big guy, you'd both be on the floor. Wolf, you suddenly have this.
There's just audible like.
Wolf is gonna put his hands on either one of fucking Virgil's shoulders and kind of like push him gently away and set him upright. And it's just like, have you been
face red
falling off the wagon, son?
No. Thank you for catching me. I appreciate that a lot. I'm sorry.
Apology accepted. Are you all right, Mr. Foxfield? He's also a little pink at the ears.
I'm all right, Mr. Wolfgang. Thank you.
All right.
It's just he just stands there like trying to hide his face a little bit. Like, whoa.
Is there anything I can help you with? Do you want to dance again? He's just kind of like, this guy is sus, and I don't really know what to do with him. He's kind of like, look over at Laura, like, are you seeing this shit?
Yeah, Laura's coming over at this point. Like, are you guys okay?
We're fine. Thank you, miss.
I have to say, you don't look terribly fine.
We're fine. I'm fine. Mr. Wolfgang, how are you?
Are you gonna make your escape, Virgil? Oh, yellow.
Thank you.
See, both fine. We're all fine.
Well, it's good to meet you, Mr. Foxfield. Laura offers her hand to shake.
26 psychology, Beth?
26 psychology
check?
for what?
I don't know. To see, like, if I can figure out why he's flustered. Like, if it's just because he fell, or if it's, like, there's something else going on.
And you rolled a 26, right?
I did.
Okay.
And I have a 50.
Okay, cool. Words escaped me. The internet did something goofy. Woo! Not a session without some goofy internet.
What? Oh no.
Yeah. So.
Well, we can hear you still.
Okay.
So.
Yay, that's good. So, Virgil appears to be very flustered.
Oh no.
Caught off guard. Very much I was not expecting the events to go like this. And stuff.
I was not expecting that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, did you want me to say how he feels?
Yeah, you can do that.
I don't think. Well, this definitely was not how Virgil expected the night to go. He also does find Wolf a little bit attractive, so him kind of falling into Wolf's chest is like a whoa moment.
Oh no!
For him.
Dilf alert.
So he's very embarrassed and flustered and.
Oh no. just like curling hair around finger. Oh no. um. So, yeah. Did you need any more information? It's the Orpheum boxing arena. It's this amount here for the tickets. Mr. Sagano and Mr. Savoy are running the match on the 6th, and you can get more information at the boxing arena itself and get your tickets early there. It'll be a good fight. He hesitates.
Thank you. He hesitates and...
Well, that's just it.
Okay.
There's a hesitation in the last sentence.
Virgil takes a moment to kind of collect himself. He shakes Laura's hand, by the way. He collects himself a little bit. And he turns to Wolf. He's thank you so much. I'm sorry I tripped over you with the. I'm.
It's not the first time that I've been tripped over.
Quite
all right, Mr. Fox.
This is not how I was expecting my night. I came in late already. Things were happening. My friends have not been too.
Oh no. Technical difficulties.
Over there, in the exact direction opposite.
I didn't get to hear any of that. The internet decided to go sports. Oh boy, not again. Come on. Come on, internet, do your thing. Come on, internet, don't be mean. You're fucking kidding me. Come on, internet. Oh, so internet. Dun da 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 dun. Dun 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 da 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 dun. Why is my internet not acting right? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hey, I'm back. We back. Are we back? Are we back?
Are those booths? You might go to a booth if those are booths.
Hello.
Wolf, you want to save Louise from Mr. Sagano? Or...
Hold on.
Sorry.
I cut out, man. Okay, he's going to the booth. All right. There we go. Oh.
Wolf looks at Laura just like, that was strange.
Here we go.
Laura nods slowly. Yes, yes, it was.
Yeah, and Louise, you're free to you're kind of free to go out. Fat Iggy's just enjoying the clusterfuck that was that. So.
Oh, okay.
So Fat Iggy was watching that entire
the whole time. Oh my gosh.
The man was watching.
Virgil.
He was just watching this as just, there was no such thing as cable back in the 20s. He had to get his entertainment somehow.
Why do you think Louise has so many siblings?
Anyways.
What's it called? Louise is going to politely bow to Mr. Sagano because she knows that she's going to have to deal with another Sagano at one point tonight. Mr. Sagano, it was a pleasure dancing with you, and I am ever so grateful I did not step on your feet. But I'm going to go check on Mr. Barker real fast. Not Barker. Wolfgang.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
His last name's Barker. Yeah, Mr. Barker.
I wasn't sure, and then my brain went Wolfgang. Sorry. So I'm gonna go.
I mean, they're both correct.
Oh, I made that mistake as well.
If you'll excuse me, sir.
Feel free. Good luck. Kind of turns. He's gonna go head back to where the party boys are.
You.
What about me?
Ants. let's go. I gotta talk to you.
You got, I guess, 10 minutes. He looks at his watch and he's just like perplexed as fuck. Like, am I gonna go talk to this stranger again? What is this? Okay, just okay.
Are you alright, Wolf?
It's Louise.
Yeah, let's go talk.
Is Louise just oblivious to the fact Virgil was over there? So it was just Fat Iggy watching this, and Louise is just like...
No, Louise watched, but
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
she
They
just
both
thinks
watched
it was
the
a
shenanigans go
strange
down.
Thing.
It was a strange thing.
Yeah. So she is gonna go ahead and look at Wolf and be like, boy, do I got a bone to pick with Savoy. Do you want to know what this man told me in that office?
Wait, hold on.
What
Hold
happened,
on.
Louise?
Wait.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's fine.
We can move here. That's fine.
Yeah, we can move so Laura can hear, but we're just like awkwardly.
Laura was right next to you already. She's with Wolf.
Oh, you didn't move the token.
Oh yeah, I didn't move the token. Sorry.
It's okay. I was confused.
There we
Yeah,
go.
no, that's on me.
There we go. Everything's all together now.
She's holding Wolf's hand,
was too
doing
busy
like a
writing
side
things down.
wiggle. Louise is doing like a little side wiggle, looking at the both of them.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Is it
Oh no.
me?
Did we
What?
lose Laura?
Is it me you're looking for? No.
We're gonna get a strike. Stop
Gonna...
it. There you are.
Hello?
Hey,
There you are.
welcome back.
Here you go. So I guess it's gonna be us. There they go.
Oh, we lost Laura. Laura's back.
Yeah.
Swallowed up by the void.
Oh, great Discord void.
Little
Hold
did you
on.
know
One
that there's
momento.
actually a pit trap.
Okay, hold on one sec. Internet's doing something funky.
Can you hear me?
Doom, 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 doom.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, that was cute.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
I have missed some things.
No, we didn't miss anything. So Louise is gonna take Wolf's hand and do like a side shimmy, so she's like looking at both of them, so people don't look like they're doing like they're just standing on the dance floor not doing anything. So she's doing like a weird little shimmy thing.
That's very cute. Yes.
And she's gonna be like, because I don't know if Wolf was fully aware that she got dragged in. Oh yeah, he was there when she came out, but regards.
Yeah, because while she was in there doing that, Runa was spilling all the fucking tea on a table, and Wolf was in the trio, leaned in real good, like he's been part of gal pal cycle or gossip circles his whole life because
Also,
he had.
Also, Flower, please do me a favor after I give you my information. Please break Louise for a minute. Give her your information, please.
What information?
The brothers. The brothers.
The brothers? Which brothers?
Well,
no,
we can.
shit.
While.
I was supposed to remember something.
Oh.
What's
oh
happening
yes.
with them?
Oh yes.
That info.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a dialogue adjuster, right, to enter that chain of events.
But we'll see. She's gonna spill on John Savoy though.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Do you want to know what that man did to me in that room?
Whoa. Louise.
Oh no.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. 1 second.
Yeah.
Hold on. The internet is doing the shady shit. No, come on. Come on.
No, internet.
Okay. All right. We're good. Okay. We started off. Go ahead, Louise.
Do you want to know what that man did? Do you want to know what he said Wolf.
Hold on, give me two seconds. I just had the weirdest. It's been a long night, and I just had a really weird experience. Okay. He takes a deep breath. Still doing the like shuffle. He's like, okay. What did Miss say to you in the room, Louise? Seemed very flustered about it.
He had the audacity to. Well, first of all, he told me he no longer employs Gabe. Gabe's a free agent. Debts are cleared.
That's
well,
good though.
Well,
right?
I don't know. I don't know about the debts. He just said that he was no longer his promoter. He's a free agent, so I'm hoping the debts are clear. We may need to get a little more information on that.
Oh,
Said
well,
that-
that's good.
Sounds
'cause
like
that
something
means
we should clarify. Yes.
Yeah, we
Oh,
should get that
well.
clarification. But
no, even if he comes back, then I still probably couldn't promote him.
No, but you want to know what that asshole had the face to look at me and say? Oh, he was like a son to me.
What?
Really? A son to
What?
you? Yes.
What?
Whoa! At the
Wow.
at the words of he said that Gabe was like a son to me. Wolf visibly bristles. It is the equivalent of when you watch a Studio Ghibli movie and the characters get mad and you watch every single hair on their body raise up in a wave of anger or like fury. Imagine that, but with Wolf's sideburns and his hair. Wonderful busted nose. This lovely 5'2" man, who's he's a wide man. He looks pissed, real pissed. He's like, he said what? That
He said,
scrawny little rake, beanpole, cowardly. Shaking.
Yeah.
He is beginning to forget himself, where he is, and who could potentially overhear him.
Speaking of that, I want everybody to roll spot hidden, at least with the trio dancing.
Oh. 18.
I see how it is.
Hey.
77.
Okay. So Wolf failed.
2.
Laura passed. Hell yeah.
18.
All right, and Louise.
Super
So
passed.
Louise, Laura,
I'm glad someone passed.
you guys you're noticing that
I've ever had in this game.
And you're gonna win, and you're gonna see some more stuff too. But first, you both see that Tony and Runa are both looking at you and looking at Wolf as kind of like a what the
at Call of Cthulhu.
You're just kind of looking
Dad,
at.
you're breaking up for me.
1 second, I'll get into
Hold on.
How much more? Hello.
Flack, do you have the permission to move session log above current section text?
I get it. There you go. Hi.
Thank you.
Sure, I can do that.
I got it.
Done. Okay, hello, Beth.
Hi. I know, I'm breaking. My internet is trash. Okay. Okay. So, Louise, Laura both succeeded. They're seeing Tony and Runa both look over at you two, going, what the fuck? Laura, you in particular are seeing Mr. and Mrs. Y, along with a couple of the good time gals, kind of looking over at you guys, and it's almost like they're waiting to see Wolf's further reactions before they come over and step in.
Okay. Louise is going to.
Wolf?
Okay. Sorry. Go, Laura.
Cool it just a little.
Fine.
Breathe.
Louise is gonna rub his arm. Listen, I know that Gabe is your kid. All right, everybody here knows it. That man ain't got no spine. He ain't got no claim on that boy, especially considering all he's done. All right, but making a scene right now ain't gonna be good, especially since we just got him as a free agent. But he had the audacity, and somehow he overheard me getting my misunderstanding, thinking he was a gigolo, and about the
What
fact
now?
I misunderstood something, and I thought, he got desperate.
Oh, this is about that. He leans in, the letter thing.
Yeah, I know about the letter thing, and I understand it to its entirety now. But I didn't understand it. But somehow he overheard about my confusion, overheard about me threatening to kidnap the girls just to keep them safe. He threatened me and the family, and let's just say it was not a fun time. But we all know he's your kid, Wolf. But I'm just so mad that he thinks he has the audacity to call him his kid and haven't been hurting him all this time. Nearly ran him out of town.
So, Louise, can you roll a psychology for me?
Huh?
Louise, please roll a psychology for me.
That is a 29.
All right. Wolf, he appears... I'm trying to figure out the best way to word it, but it's kind of like he wants to say something, but he doesn't want to say something.
Louise looks at Wolf and goes, Wolf? You know something about him knowing all this information?
Are we talking about Gabe John Savoy or like
the last little bit with
that they got ran out of town.
Yeah, almost ran out of
thank
town.
You for the. Okay,
Well,
sorry.
no, I meant ran out of town, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I kind of spaced the last second. It all ran together. My bad. Okay. As soon as Louise says that, anger, righteous fury, it's like he got a bucket of cold water dumped on him. And his shoulders kind of fall a little bit. And he's thinking about something. He is thinking about something real hard.
Louise is kind of. Oh, sorry.
No, sorry. I was just going to add really quick. Sorry.
Go for it.
He has now stepped away because he doesn't want somebody touching him at this point. And he's crossed his arms over his chest. His body language is closing up, like he's got a secret or something he doesn't want to really talk about. And he starts tapping the foot of his bad knee and doesn't even recognize he's doing it.
Louise will kind of look at him and kind of rub her arm and be like, listen, Wolf, I know it ain't ideal. It was not. It was Gaston's plan.
What? No.
No, but I called Nana and Nana said she'd take care of it.
They're not going there.
I figured. Do you know where they're going?
Nope. They're leaving town. They're not coming back.
Psychology?
Go ahead.
Wait. Did you just say they're not coming back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's just very, very straight, blunt. Not like loud, but it is just like it's kind of this weird under his breath, just like they're not coming back.
Oh,
Louise will kind of go quiet and kind of look
hold
down
on.
at her feet.
Hold
and she
on.
look-
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. My internet. Da-da-dun-dun, all right. Sorry about that. I just got disconnected and then reconnected. So,
Ew. Disgusting.
exactly.
So yeah, Wolf said they're not coming back.
And
Muttered under his breath, just like kind of to the side.
you. Okay. And Louise, you wanted to roll a psychology, right?
well, no, I wanted to roll until he said that they're not coming. Well, actually, yeah, let me roll a psychology.
Okay, roll a psychology.
17. So I know he's not lying.
Yeah, he doesn't want to admit it, but because if you say it out loud, it's true, but it's true.
Louise is going. Yeah, Louise is gonna look down at her shoes for a bit before Wolf kind of hears her sniffle a little, and she's looking up, which is a trick that Runa taught her, so that makeup does not run when eyes get watery. So she is going to tilt her head up to try not to ruin Runa's beautiful makeup. And Wolf can obviously see the tears pooling in her face, and she's gonna be like, I mean, this ain't ideal for anyone, but it's better they're gone and alive than here and dead. I don't want them gone either, Wolf, but
he's going to uncurl and just kind of offer his arms, like open arms, just like need a hug.
Louise is gonna step. God damn it! Now I'm actually crying, and I'm wearing makeup too. Jesus.
Method acting.
Look out! Look out!
Like, Wolf is just like, Mudbug, come here.
Louise is gonna step in and dab a little under her eyes, trying not to ruin it, and she is going to hug Wolf really tightly, arms shaking.
Oh. Oh.
She is not happy. She's very upset. I need a tissue.
So
Wolf is gonna hug Louise and just kind of let her have the moment. Like, it's kind of therapeutic for him as well, because he's also been holding in a lot of night. Gonna kind of gently rub her back, just like there. Just like, I'm sure when they get settled, they'll write. But this is between us.
Yeah.
We can't have this getting out yet.
Yeah. I know. And I know it's what's for the best. Just not fair.
It's not.
Oh.
Continues to hug Wolf and is trying so hard not to ruin her makeup, because Runa will kill her.
Speaking of Runa, Runa, I would like you to roll.
You think she doesn't carry backup? Can I, as Runa, can I roll like a spot?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you to roll a spot, so. Oh.
Roll what?
1 second. The internet doesn't like me. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's try that again. Runa, I would like you to roll spot hidden.
40.
40. Okay.
40.
40.
60.
40. All right.
Yes,
Cool.
40 out of 60.
You see Wolf and Louise holding each other, and okay, cool.
What the hell?
Holding each other. Louise looks upset, and you can also see walking towards you is Mr. Y.
Oh dear. Runa's torn. She wants to go to Louise, but Mr. Y is fast approaching, so she's just like,
Weird seeing him upside down.
Okay, wait, Beth.
Yeah.
Beth, as the joys of playing two characters. Can I have a moment where Wolf and Runa look up and make eye contact, and, and she'd be like, "Is she gonna be okay?" And Wolf can be like, shrug, but like, "I got this," I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, cool. They're gonna have that like little eye exchange, and like he's gonna nod, like, "Yeah, I got this," and like continue just helping Louise through her thing.
Yeah.
Okay, Runa.
All right. Yeah. This theoretically could be short. We'll find out. So Mr. White's gonna come over to you, and you and Tony.
Hello, Mr. Y.
Yes. He's gonna kind of come over, and he's gonna look at you, Tony, or he's gonna look at Tony, and he's gonna be like, "My sister wants to have a few words with you. Thinks she's getting antsy. She wants to dance with you." And Tony's going to raise an eyebrow.
Runa is gonna. I know you're trying to get Tony to go over there, but for a moment, Runa's gonna like hug Tony's arm and like, "Well, you can tell Miss Y." Sticks out her tongue.
he's
Unless you want to go dance with her, Miss. Unless you want to go dance with her, Tony, and then you're free to go, of course. But
Tony's like, "I'd rather not. I'd rather not." And Mr. Y's like, "Don't worry, I'll keep your dancing spot warm for you." And Tony just,
no.
yes, Mr. Y's gonna dance with Runa. Ooh.
Ooh.
And Runa, you could let Tony know about that thing.
Oh yeah, the thing. Hey, Tony.
Yes, kitten.
I hear from, and she kind of glances over at Mr. She's like, I hear from a very reliable source that Miss Y might have a little treasure that she doesn't want people knowing about. Something about, what was it? Watercolor frogs. If she gives you any trouble, you should bring that up and then let me know how it goes. Won't you, dear?
Tony kind of studies you for a second, and you can see the smile on Tony's face. And she'll be like, "All right, Angel Face, I'll keep that in my back pocket just in case."
But yes, do let me know how it goes if worse comes to worse. And did you want to dance, Mr. Y?
He nods, and Tony's gonna kind of give him a pointed look of like, "You take care of my kitten, or else." Before yeah, Tony's gonna go reluctantly dance with Miss Y. Handsome lad dancing with a pretty lady.
Tony, see you soon.
Mr. Y is gonna offer up his hand.
I'll be at this side so I can also watch the Louise situation.
Yeah.
Oh, here, we'll just go right there.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, works perfect.
You make him start to run.
So,
Mr. Y, what do I owe this honor? I haven't seen something that unsubtle in well, let's say it's been less than an hour.
Yvonne's gonna be like, well, I was gonna have a conversation with her, but I don't think it would be a good time right now. So I need to
Oh,
look.
you mean
Huh?
you mean Louise?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I was. Well,
What did you need to have a conversation about? I could pass along the message.
kind of studies you for a second before he's like, well,
I
I was
am
going.
her loyal employee after all, the best one she's got.
You're like one of three, aren't you?
Yeah, but I also went to school for secretarial, so I'm very good at keeping notes.
He's gonna chuckle a little bit, and he's like, all right, fair enough. Well, Miss Runa, I was going to talk to her regarding the situation with Gabe and Gaston. He kind of looks over and kind of studies
Do
the.
you want to maybe get a little bit further away from the offices for this conversation, Mr. Y?
Very well. Probably. Jean Savoy
Well,
is in his office, but yeah, we can, if you don't mind, we can go closer to and shoot. Map of the place.
wherever you put him, I will move her.
Okay, I was gonna just have him closer to the stage.
Works for me.
All right, there. Oh. Okay.
Just boop. Yeah.
Yay! There we go. It all comes together.
Dancing. I'm
Yeah,
over
they're
here. I don't wanna. Wow.
Wow.
We
Wow.
really want to hear the sweet acoustics of that band. Or
They're a
record,
good band.
whatever's playing at the moment. Is the band back up there?
More or less. I mean,
Okay, cool.
they're just kind of like, eh.
All right. You're talking about
Yes, the situation with Gabe and Gaston.
I wasn't aware that it also involved Gaston. Just Gabe. I mean, it makes sense being that they're brothers and all, and but
Mr. Y is gonna chuckle a little bit. Well, it's pretty hard to keep Gaston away from Gabe. They're a package deal.
they are very close. I think it's good. It's good for Gaston that he has Gabe.
Mm-hmm. Yes. It is.
Mr. Y, can I make a psychology check before I say anything?
Yeah, go ahead.
Come on, baby. 44.
44.
I don't pass that because I have
Nope.
a 35.
Yeah, you don't pass that. You he's he's not very upbeat, since given that this is a dancing contest, everybody should be excited, fun stuff, and it's like,
Yeah.
nah.
Mr. Y.
Yes, Miss Runa?
I mean, I know you're hosting the dancing contest, and that's a lot of work, but are you not having fun? Are you all right?
Kind of shrugs apathetically. It's not been a great night, and it just seems to be getting worse, but I'll manage. No one's dead.
Well, Runa sweating. Runa sweating because Walter. Yeah, and that's a real good thing. I mean, besides that gentleman who fell out the window down the street from the market. I mean, besides that, yeah, it's real good. Well, Mr. Y, as far as I understand, you and Tony your families are quite close, and any friend of Tony's is a friend of mine. So if you need to ever talk about anything, let me know. I would be more than happy to be a shoulder for you.
He studies you for a second before he kind of nods. Like, I do appreciate that, Miss Runa. Yes, I've that that feeling of not having all the power in the world and not being able to do anything about it. It's opening old wounds.
Old wounds, Mr. Y.
Hmm.
Well, if I've learned anything tonight, it's that sometimes you have to address your emotional baggage head on. And I do have 2 pretty decent cigars. I even rolled them myself. And I'm willing to tell you a story if you tell me one.
He kind of studies you for a minute, and as keeper, I do want to say that he could make a reference to the dress that Runa is wearing, but not the time nor the place.
I mean, I'm not gonna say no, keeper.
But okay.
I'm all for him being snarky about the dress. I expect nothing less.
so he kind of keeps kind of studies you for a second. You can pretty much tell, given that he is a family friend of Tony's, he knows about the dress and stuff. So it's like, okay, all right, sure. But he kind of he looks around. He kind of gives kind of like a half nod to his father, and he kind of looks back at you, Runa, and he's like, those cigars don't sound half bad. And I'm gonna zoom out really quick so I can figure out where, quote unquote, a space for them to go smoke would be.
Well, what's the stuff at the top with the gray boxes?
Gray boxes.
They could also just potentially go outside. It's fresh air.
You know what? We'll do that outside.
Well, I think, yeah.
Huh?
Both of the 20s. I don't think anyone cares if you smoke inside.
Also that.
Okay, so you know what? We will. Whoa, hello.
They might even
Internet.
have a smoking section.
Yeah, so you know what? We're gonna.
We could go. Beth, there's that table-y thing up those big stairs. The one that overlooks everything on the balcony.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the drama table.
The drama table.
The drama table.
Yeah,
Let's
okay.
go sit at the drama table.
Yeah, they're gonna sit at the drama table, split some teams.
Oh yeah, so as they're they've exited the dance where she's gonna be on Mr. Y's arm. I imagine they went to the technically around the bottom to skirt everything and to skirt the Louise Wolfgang drama.
Yeah.
But you decide.
Yeah, you guys. Well, Jack, Louise, or Virgil, or not Laura. I mean Laura. If you guys want to roll a spot hidden, see if you spot them. Be my guest.
That any of my characters or no?
Any of your characters, whichever one you want to currently play.
Okay.
I have a
Jack's kind of having a mental breakdown a little bit.
Okay.
I rolled a 6 apparently.
You know what I rolled with Wolf?
What did you roll?
Do you want to know what I rolled with Wolf?
What?
A 100.
Oh my gosh. All right, we're gonna have some fun here.
That's a fail.
Yeah, that's a fail for me as well.
Did you get a hundo too?
I got a 6.
Okay.
I got a 35, but I only have 25, so...
Okay, so...
Did I... No, I didn't. Forget that.
No, you got 25. So, Laura failed, Wolf failed, Jack and Louise succeed, right?
But no, I failed. I got like an 80 something.
Okay. All right. So, Louise, you notice that Runa is on Mr. Y's arm, and they're heading out off the dance floor and up the stairs. You do see their heads pop out over the drama table, as it is. Just make sure. Okay, cool.
Do I have Beth? Do I have any possibility of calling out to Runa before they head up there?
Roll a luck.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a 76.
Okay, yeah, you don't get it. Like, as soon as you register, oh, it's Runa with Mr. Y? Question mark, exclamation point? They're out of earshot.
Oh, okay.
Now, Wolf.
Yeah.
So,
Wolf.
You kind of turn, trying to see, and you get that migraine. Straight through it.
Straight behind the eyeballs?
Straight behind the eyeballs. And it's
great.
It's not great. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution.
Yes.
Flower?
Would you believe that I just rolled a 99?
Oh my god.
I think it's real funny, Beth, that we had just discussed like his migraines and bringing that into the game, and then here they are.
Here we are. You manifested this into reality. Sorry, Wolf.
I did.
All right, so Wolf, guess what?
Yes.
For at least till the end of or at least for a little bit, you're gonna be doing your roles that involve looking or thinking straight at half.
Ouch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thinking straight or looking
Looking or kind of like doing heavy thinking.
Okay. So I imagine, because this has just hit all of a sudden.
Yep.
We are going to get that moment of Wolf letting go of Louise and starting to rub at his eye and his temple with like an ow. It's like, what now? Kind of dizzy. It's like, I need to go sit down.
Louise will probably help him go sit down. And kind of look at Laura.
Yeah, Laura's been standing awkwardly by, wanting to be helpful, but not sure how.
You want to roll like a medicine or a first aid?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's do first aid.
Yes, I will. I'm just trying to find where my stat is. Yes, good.
I rolled it too, Laura, just in case.
Oh. We'll be fine anyway then. Yeah, I failed.
I got a 23.
Okay. So Laura, he's covering up, or he's not covering up, but it's like he's rubbing at his eye and stuff, so you can actually get a good look at what he's, what exactly is wrong. It could be one thing, it could be another, so you're not entirely sure. Louise, you passed that, right? Yes. Yes, you passed that. So Louise, you're kind of recognizing that he's doing the thing that when you've gotten certain individuals who show up at the LeBlanc market for pain medication do, of like when they're getting migraines and stuff.
Okay.
So
Luis is going to rub his back and kind of be like, have you had any water, Wolf? Do you need to get something? Your head hurting?
It'll be okay. It's fine. He's rubbing the crap out of his right temple.
Laura, how about we go get him some water? Let's go together. Buddy sister?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Where's the bar in this damn place? Why don't you lead me,
Where's
sugar?
the bar in this damn place? Beth?
Well, this room down here, I'm gonna move one of the party girls. This is the buffet area. So.
Wait, where?
Right.
What?
Follow the ghost lady. She is down here.
I can't.
Here,
Oh, I see the ghost lady. Come on, Laura.
Oh,
There
okay, all right.
There you go. I moved you guys.
Thank you.
Oh.
Whoa. Oh no, I'm glitching. Hang on.
Oh no.
There we go.
Okay.
Down here's the buffet.
Okay.
Yes, this is the room dedicated to buffet.
We are down. Yes.
So there's probably water here.
Yeah.
I'd hope so.
Be a bad buffet if it wasn't.
Luis is gonna touch on her face and look at Laura and be like, well, how badly is Runa gonna kill me?
Welcome back, Jazz.
Hello, friend.
I was doing so well.
We were all doing so well.
Yep. Internet's being a schmuck, but
Luis is gonna look at Laura and be like, just to have conversation as they walk, be like, so how bad is Runa? She's like dabbing at her eyes to make sure that nothing's like messed up, because she thinks Runa will kill her. She'll just go to Laura and walk with Laura and be like, so how bad's Runa gonna kill me when she sees me?
I feel like out of character, that's a question only you can answer.
Hey, Beth, do I have to roll a luck or something?
Constitution? How much did you cry?
Or how bad's my makeup?
Wait. Hold on. Would it be a constitution because it's health related, or would it be a POW because it's the willpower of how much you fucking cried?
Flag? What's the roll for makeup?
Me. Makeup roll.
Roll for makeup. That's a new one. Okay.
Is that an appearance?
Is her makeup running?
Wait a minute.
It's important.
Oh, it's an appearance, wouldn't it? Because.
Oh my god, there's an appearance. Jeebus.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that will cover it.
All right.
I don't have appearance on my sheet.
It's
a
the
skill,
APP.
or not a skill. Yeah, it's APP.
Oh,
It's a characteristic.
wow, look at that.
Roll it.
I got a 9.
She's fine. You're fine.
Runa
somehow managed to get like waterproof mascara, waterproof makeup, even if it is anachronistic. Whatever. She's good.
You're doing just fine, Louise. You look great.
So do you, Laura. And This day, has just been such a mess.
Oh, I know.
Oh my goodness, we gotta see if we can catch Tony on our walk back. I asked for her to try to get the book, but I don't know if she did. I know the girls aren't here, but
Oh,
let's see if we can cut in on the dancing and you can ask Tony about the book.
sure.
Alrighty, and let's get this water over to Wolf. I think he's got fighting a terrible headache.
Poor man. As if we didn't have enough going on.
As if any of us didn't have enough going on. And I know my family drama ain't bad, but I know you're dealing with your family. Have you been able to talk to Stuart?
I haven't had the opportunity yet. He's still on stage.
Well, Beth, stepping outside of character, are they performing on stage or just chilling on stage?
Last I heard, they were just chilling on stage.
They're affected like the other musicians and stuff. They're kind of in a weird funk right now. They're doing okay.
Okay.
Yeah. They're chilling on stage.
Having a baby intermission.
Baby intermission.
I got things. All right, Laura. You tell Louise. Huh?
That was ominous.
Okay. Louise is gonna look at Laura when Laura tells her that she has not had a chance to talk to her brother, because he's on stage. She kind of smirks and goes, "You want to talk to him, right?"
I do.
Then I got a deal for you, honey. Come on, let's go get this water to Wolf, and I got a plan.
Nervous glances. We know about Louise's plans.
All right.
I mean, Laura, I feel like Louise and Gaston have more in common than sometimes they want to admit.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Yes, they do. Oh my god.
Also, side note, it's probably been at least 10 minutes. Chev, now's the perfect time to strike with Virgil. What was distracted?
Yeah. It sure is too bad he told Wolf to come to him.
Well, you know what you could do, Virgil?
I mean, he's over there all by himself.
You could roll you could roll a stealth and then a sleight of hand and then
I don't think Virgil doesn't seem like the kind of guy to stealth on up to someone.
I mean, he already did ask for that dance.
He gave Wolf good now. He tapped him on the shoulder. It was okay.
Okay.
But
do whatever you see fit.
Just saying, the option is there.
Hold on, let me look at the map again. Okay. So, because Virgil is sitting right, are these booths or are they just tables? I'm confused.
Tables. They're tables.
Okay. I feel like Virgil probably saw all of this happen. Just people crying, people hugging, people going to get some stuff or whatever.
There you go. You can move them now.
And thank you. So Virgil will just approach the table. Oops. Not kiss him, but sit next to him. Hey.
You might want to be on the other side.
Okay.
On his left hand. Just letting you know.
Does Wolf see him approach? Or no?
Let me make that check at what, a fifth, Beth? A half?
Half. Spot hidden at half.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Well, he's not hiding, so.
You know what? Sure, I will actually let Wolf see the guy come up.
Okay.
I was gonna say 74 out of 60.
He does. Yeah.
He's really nursing that headache and trying to rub it out.
Okay, in that case, you see Virgil kind of collect some things he had on the table and come over to the thing and sit down. He's like, Hello, Mr. Wolf. It's been probably 15 minutes. Are you avoiding me?
No, I would never.
Can Virgil tell if Wolf is kind of messed up?
I mean, I feel it's kind of obvious.
Obvious at this point?
It's
Okay.
real obvious. He's like leaned over the table, like hiding his eyes from like all of the light. His thumb is like pressing into either his eyeball or his temple. It's like moving back and forth. He's really trying to like rub out a pain.
So Virgil moves over and sits next to Wolf. He puts his hand on Wolf's back and like rubs Wolf's back a little bit, just kind of like to give, if it like trying to like help him, calm him down, give him some thing. Are you doing okay there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm gonna be fine. I'm just, getting old. Had a little dizzy spell. Needed to sit down for a minute. But the lovely ladies are getting me water.
Oh, that's nice of them. Are they? I don't think you're that old. Is this?
We've had.
Did you have this?
Station. I'm turning 50 this year.
That's not that old. Okay, I need to think how I need to. I don't know how to word. Fuck. It's a failing on Chev's part.
Wolfgang looks pretty out of it.
That's
like,
a huge mood.
He is just like, I do not want think. I do not want look. I just, my head hurt and I'm getting grumpy and I want to take a nap.
Virgil continues to rub his back just slowly. And is this a chronic thing, or did you have this your whole life?
No, it's not chronic. I'm fine.
While he's talking, Beth, he's gonna try again too.
All right, roll me sleight of hand.
A 36.
Okie doke. Wolf, I
Yes.
need you to roll a spot hidden at half.
Okay. A 95.
Virgil, you successfully managed to slip the watch off of Wolf.
It's
Wolf.
like It's
What?
like he's rubbing Wolf's back, and then when he hears Wolf's answer, he kind of gives Wolf like a reassuring grab on the wrist hand region, and slowly but surely.
Yep, Wolf doesn't feel a thing.
Do you want? You're feeling bad. I think we should talk later when you're feeling better.
Yeah, what was it, Mr. Foxchild?
Foxfield.
I'm terribly sorry.
I like Foxchild though. That's a fun name.
Mr. Foxfield.
Virgil Fox. Foxy.
Foxy, Fox.
Mr. Fantastic Fox.
Mr.
Fantastic
Fox.
Fox.
Mr. Foxfield, if you wouldn't mind, that would perhaps another time. I'm really sorry that I couldn't answer your questions and that I didn't come find you in 10 minutes. I'm terribly sorry. I had some family friend stuff come up.
I know exactly how that feels. It's okay. I'll just here, and Virgil will reach inside his coat and just offer Wolf a card of his. I think he would have business cards. It probably just says like Virgil Foxfield, and it probably just says entrepreneur. Like it could mean like many different things. It's not a specific card.
Love that.
It does have his number on it though,
I'm
and
a
also his
party guy.
address, which was probably not the smartest.
That doesn't sound like the best idea.
No, it's not. But Virgil,
No,
deep
I
down,
love
I think
this.
he sees how like vulnerable this man is right now, and he feels really bad. Like he likes to go after fucking like people like Jack who are like having a good time, not really caring about things, but like just seeing a man just like be down with his head hurting, like looking depressed and sad, like all of this stuff happening to him, he just feels really bad. He's like, this is not
And
fun
yet he
anymore.
still
I'm still gonna do
continued
it.
to do it.
It's not as fun now. He's realizing it's like I thought this would be more
Yeah, but like
fun.
you
No,
can't just give it back now. You
yeah,
gotta
I
commit
can't
to
just.
the bit.
Yeah, he'll figure something out.
Wolf gets touched.
Oh, it's like a
headache.
it's like a business card, but it looks on the back. It has like really sweet ass design, or it's got like a.
Is it got some like sweet ass
Oh!
Art Deco design on
It's
it?
got like a. It's the reverse side is like a tarot card.
Oh yes, the reverse side is like a.
It could be
tarot
any card,
card.
so
Hell yeah.
we'll say Wolf got the lovers for some reason.
I love
Which is-
it.
I love the fact I just pulled randomly just the middle of my deck, and that was the just showing.
Great.
Fantastic.
Let's roll with
No,
it.
that's
But
really
wait,
fucking fitting though.
are you implying that Virgil made his cards out of an actual
No.
tarot deck?
I'm saying they got printed that way. They got printed to the
Okay.
back.
He's
as
rich
always a
enough; it
different
doesn't
tarot
really
card.
matter. I mean, what else is he gonna do with his parents'
It's also
money?
embroidered and it has lots of glitter on it.
It's
The
called
poor rich dude.
embossing. Excuse me. It's called embossing.
Embossing, yes. It's bedazzled. He bedazzled it.
All right, time to look
Tell
up
me
when
it's
was
like
glitter
glitter.
invented.
Oh, but well, there have been kinds of glitter for a very long time, but I don't know about modern plastic glitter.
It's got gold leaf on it. That's all we need to know.
All that
It's
glitters
bougie
isn't
AF.
gold.
Let's leave it like that. It's bougie
Bougie
AF.
AF.
Yeah. It's kind of it's too over the top. It's kind of tacky when you look at it long enough.
It's very tacky, and I love it.
Okay. Virgil pats Wolf on the shoulder and he's like, We'll talk later, Wolfie.
But yes, no, hilarious as hell to me that he got the quote unquote lovers card because
It is.
Wolf's boyfriend made him that watch. So, yay!
AKA
Yeah, for real,
Virgil is a
it's-
dead ass man.
I just cut the deck and it just happened to come up that way.
It was fate. The stars, they aligned. Now take your damn watch.
Sigma watch.
Alright, so Virgil makes his escape.
Thank you, Mr. Foxfield. Have a wonderful evening.
Bye-bye. I guess he walks away to join the other people down here.
That sounds like a good idea.
Hey gals, you'll never believe what I just did.
Jack is just completely oblivious to this happening.
Jack's having a moment. He's having an internal moment.
Jack, he's Jack
he's
kind of having like a breakdown.
He's having a personal problem and stuff. So I'm gonna ask, do we want to go to Runa or do we want to go back to Laura and Louise?
Either or for me. I think it'd be fun to have Louise and Laura. I want to see their shenanigans with Stuart.
Shenanigan time.
Shenanigans.
Plans.
All
right. So, we're going
We
to
gotta
visit
give.
Tony. Get Wolf water.
We're gonna give Wolf water. So as they're probably walking, up the steps, Louise is gonna give you the plan. Ready? So
Yes.
you are going to go to Tony and you're gonna ask about the book just casually. Oh, I apologize. Can I borrow her for a second? You know, ask about the book. While you're doing
overdue
this,
book.
huh?
You had an overdue book, and I'm here to collect.
No, that'll just confuse her.
Yeah. But Laura has to figure out a way to talk to Tony, regardless. But
Yes.
the plan is, Laura, what
We
Louise
can
is telling Laura
organize.
is, Laura, you're going to go to Tony. You're going to be short and sweet, but you're going to ask if she brought the book that she had told Louise that she was going to try to bring, and that she'd really like to see it. Okay?
Yep.
Louise, am going to go up to the stage and politely see if Stuart will come and dance with me, you know, as a favor for the beignets that she got Sophie or whatever. And while Louise is dancing with Stuart, you can cut in and have the dance with Stuart and talk to Stuart. Finger guns.
I'm not sure how that tracks with. I'm not sure how Miss Y is going to feel about me talking to Stuart, and I'd rather she didn't know.
Well,
We'll see how it goes. Go ahead and roll me spot hidden, you two.
Uh-oh.
On the stairs?
Yeah, as you guys are walking up.
32.
24, I spotted.
Okay.
Just,
yeah. Okay, as you guys are coming up the stairs, you are seeing Tony and Miss Y talking to each other. Tony's got a bit of that deadpan, not today, Satan, going on. But there is a little bit of smirk on her face, and it's kind of leaning into that kind of gossipy kind of like, ooh, I just got some dirt on you. And Miss Y, she's keeping it together more or less, but her reaction is whatever Tony was talking to her about. You can tell there's some twinge of pink. There is some tsundere kind of vibe going on.
What kind of vibe?
well,
Tsundere.
Oh, tsundere. Okay, got it.
Kind of some tsundere vibes, and Tony's kind of starting to make it, you know, just like, ooh, I got some dirt on you, and Miss Y is trying to deny said dirt and stuff. So that's kind of, they're not so much dancing as standing in front.
Cat fighting.
Yeah, petty cat fighting. It hasn't gotten to the tube too. Yeah. So whatever you two would like to do.
Any objections to the plan, Laura?
let's do it.
Alrighty. Just keep an eye out. Good luck. You want to go first, Jazz?
Sure.
Alright, I'm going to slowly make my way over to the stage.
Yep, I'll just wander over to. Where did my token go? Oh, there it is. Just wander over to Tony and Miss Y.
So Tony has her arms crossed, and she's kind of got that smug smirk on her face, like, all right. Miss Y is, you know, Tony successfully pushed buttons. Miss Y can deal, can dish, but taking it is not as well as a practice skill.
Excellent. So Laura's going to be pretending to be very innocent about this and not knowing what's going on. Just casually go, hello, you two. Sorry to butt in, Miss Y, but could Tony and I have a quick word?
Miss Wise gonna look at you and just kind of be like, all right, that sounds like a good idea. I do need to go see how the other dances are doing and whatnot. And I gotta figure out where the hell my brother went. So she's going to kind of turn and make her way elsewhere. Excuse herself.
Excellent.
And
That was easier than expected.
hey, the watercolor frogs, man. The watercolor frogs.
Yeah. Watercolor frogs, baby.
Yeah, Tony's gonna watch her leave, kind of do a little scoff before turning back to you. Yes, Miss Barclay. How can I help you?
I just wanted to check about Louise mentioned she'd asked you to get a particular book for her.
Yeah, I tried to find what Louise was talking about, but I didn't get a chance to. Basically, I brought the girls home and they were spirited away by their mothers, and well, as best as I can say it, it's probably whatever book they were looking at and talking about. It's with Mrs. Savoy. Either that or
I see.
her whatever fella she's got that works directly for her. Tony kind of shrugs.
Did you just say Mr. Savoy?
Mrs. Savoy.
Oh, thank God.
You know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That one that Iggy said he'd get you in real tight with.
Yeah, hopefully he does.
Oh, wow. Well.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. Tony's gonna kind of shrug and be like, "That, yeah, I wasn't able to find the book, and that's just my best guess of where that book is."
All right. Well, we may have to see about that later. So, what were you saying that got Miss Wyatt so flustered?
Well, my kitten, she heard over the grapevine that apparently Miss Y's been getting paintings, little watercolor paintings of critters, like frogs and a gator. Yeah. Apparently, the entire tourism department's been talking about it. Because when I had told her about that, whoo, her face. I don't think I've seen her go that red since we were kids.
Well, why would she be so embarrassed about watercolor frogs?
Tony's gonna shrug. I don't have the foggiest idea.
Interesting.
Tony's just shake her head. Yeah.
You're breaking up again, Beth.
Dang it. One momento, por favor. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. I'm back. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so Tony just shrugs and is just kind of like, yeah, that was weird, but you know what? I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. So, yay!
Nay.
And she's gonna kind of turn her attention back to the table where Wolf is, and frown slightly and kind of be like, "Is everything all right with Mr. Barker?" Or More. Oh no.
Sorry.
Hello?
It's okay. Basically, Tony just asked how Mr. Parker's doing.
He's all right. He's just got a migraine.
Ugh. Excuse me. Tony's gonna nod. And be like, all right. Well. Okay, I guess we should go check on him further and kind of check on that guy that Louise was dancing with.
Yes.
I think he broke. And so.
Can I check mentally how Jack is doing? Is that something I can do?
Roll for how you are.
Sanity check?
I mean,
I just want something to
I mean, yes. Go ahead and roll a sanity. Let's see what happens.
sanity.
Yeah.
Do I have to roll below my starting or my current?
Your current, which just to double check.
Oh shit! Sorry, Jack. That's 37 out of 29.
Okay. So, Black. How should we go about this? He rolled a 37 out of a 29 on his sanity to check on how he was doing mentally. He's currently just been sitting at the table, kind of blue screening of death.
He's definitely got his head down on the table with his arms kind of crossed.
Well, that would explain why he didn't see shit when Virgil was over.
Yep.
Well,
I also need to think about getting some sanity points back into Jack because he's almost at half.
that you do. Let's hope you're lucky at the end of this adventure. But that's for another time. Let's talk about you now. I would say
patiently waiting, not on edge at all.
Would you mind if I made a call, Beth?
What would that call be?
From my opinion, I think a single point, and at this moment, Jack is disassociating.
Okay. I'm good with that. So, Chev, you are now at 28 sanity.
No.
Yes.
He's already lost so much.
No. It is what it is. And then...
Look, we've made it 10 sessions without anybody dying. So, what's the point of sanity?
Walter died.
Okay, you know what?
Okay, that was an on purpose death, not an accidental death.
Well, if Jack was feeling better,
an essential distinction.
He would be trying to help Wolf as best he can.
But he is disassociating.
He would have been doing what Virgil is doing and like rubbing his back. But he's not, because he's dying mentally.
He's just in his own little world right now.
This man got scared by a shotgun going off, seeing a dead body, but the worst thing that happened to him is his watch getting stolen.
World works in mysterious ways.
I love this man. I'll let this man die.
But yeah, so Louise Laura, are you gonna come over as well?
I was by the stage. I was gonna talk to Stuart. I was doing the whole plan thing.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
hovering for that part of the plan.
Yes. So Louise, you come over, and you're heading to the stage, and Fat Eggy notices you coming to the stage, and he's gonna be like, "Ah, Miss LeBlanc, is there anything I can help you with?"
Oh, Mr. Sagano. Oh, the boys just look kind of lonely. I was actually gonna ask Mr. Stewart there for a dance.
Gonna ask Stuart for a dance. He's kind of chuckling. Oh, that is. I see. It's just kind of not something you expect from Louise LeBlanc. Any
Well,
oh, go ahead.
No. Well, when he says it's not something to expect, she'll be like, "Well, when in Rome."
Any particular reason you're asking for Stuart? I know Freddie comes and visits the market every once in a while.
Well, I saw Stuart this morning. He was just the sweetest thing with Sophie. Sophie, right, Beth?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. He was just the sweetest thing with Sophie this morning, and I just wanted to chat with him about her while we danced. Yeah, I always wanted a little sister. I think that's a fast talk.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a fast talk.
Blessed be my dice. That's a 3.
Dang, nice. Very cool. And then I need you to roll a psychology for me.
Wee! Blessed be dice. Dice newt. That is a 14!
God damn. So, you're noticing he seems to he believes you. He's kind of naughty, and you can see there's a twitch of a smile on his face, like he's kind of going through mentally like the different options he has, and you can kind of see him kind of surveying the entirety of the dance floor. And he's gonna be like, well, I have heard about that LeBlanc curse, as it were. So, suppose, alright, I don't see the harm in it. And he kind of looks up on stage, and he's going to be like, Stuart, you and the boys good for a round of dancing? And the party boys are gonna kind of look at Fat Iggy, and they're gonna kind of exchange looks, but all of them are gonna kind of be like, yes, Mr. Sagano, and kind of nod. And
Oh my god.
Excited.
And they're gonna hop off the stage and kind of go mingle in with the crowd and stuff. And Stuart will hop down in front of you, Louise. And he's kind of giving you the once over, and he's kind of just like, not quite sus, but something isn't entirely right. But emphatic, he's gonna be like, here's your man, Mrs. LeBlanc. Hopefully he'll end up better than your other dance partner.
Aw, Louise is gonna look kind of sad and glance over at Jack. Well, I hope so too, Mr. Sagano. Damn. That was rude, Beth. Damn. She's
now, is that rude because he's just calling it as he sees it, or is it rude because Louise has not noticed? Oh, hey, poor Jack's disassociating in the back corner.
Listen. Louise did not pay attention to Jack because I knew Chev was playing Virgil, so I left it alone. All right?
Well,
If Chev had not been playing Virgil, Tomb as Louise would have checked on Jack a lot or Delir. But
now he sees this motherfucker go to dance with his girl, so he's like, I gotta get up and I gotta go kick this motherfucker's ass.
I feel like there should be a check for this to notice it.
Yeah, can I notice this?
You know, that's
he's not gonna go.
You are busy disassociating. You are in La La Land, man.
I mean, can I see if he notices it?
Give me one sec.
Please don't. This is for Laura.
Please don't.
Hold on.
This is for Laura.
Black. For Chev to notice, would Jack have to roll a POW, then sanity, or just POW?
I'm gonna go save my ass with my sort of.
Are you in the mental state to notice?
I kind of feel like the check earlier was just enough for him to kind of figure out his current state at the being. We can roll something to see how far along he will be in this state for. We can roll that behind the screen if you prefer.
Okay. I mean,
for now, I feel Jack is not with us right now.
Okay. So, Louise, I will give you the chance to roll a spot hidden as you turn to look at Jack. After Fat Iggy goes like, "How your buddy, your first dance in front." Yeah.
Hey, Beth.
Yeah.
I have a 2.
You have a 2?
I have a 2. Look how pretty that number is.
That is a pretty number. So I shall describe what you see. You go to the table, you see Wolf, he's dealing with a migraine, and Tony seems to be trying to help him out and stuff. Jack is not there.
Over there.
Wait, he's not there.
Well, I mean, he's there, but he's not there mentally.
Oh, he's not there mentally? Okay.
Yeah, he's
gone, he vanished.
He's gone. Yeah, Jack is, wherever Jack is, his body has not followed. And every once in a while, because Tony's sometimes blocking it, but you can kind of see that there's no glint of silver, or whatever the watch is made of, on Wolf's hand that he normally has his watch on.
It is silver, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not there, or it is?
It is not there.
Ooh, okay. Louise has made a note of this, but she is focusing on the mission at hand. She has every intention of telling Wolf and giving Jack cuddles. But right now, she is on a mission for Laura, who has put up with enough of her bullshit. And she is doing this favor. So she is nodding to Mr. Sagano, and thank you so much. I hope so too. Stuart takes his arm. I don't know if you remember me from this morning. Starts walking him out to the dance floor. And please, Laura, have the sense to wait a little bit, because this gangster man is watching me, and this is a problem that she did not consider.
I'm assuming Laura has noticed all this, and I don't really feel I need to roll for that because we've been established that we are watching.
You are watching this.
And Louise is also going to go a little deeper into the dance floor. Not quite to where Laura is, but enough to kind of hide from Sagano? Because I'm assuming there are people here. There are people here.
There are people.
Yeah, there's a whole crowd, right?
There's a whole crowd that they're kind of doing their own thing and stuff.
Yeah, people dancing.
So Louise is gonna
Doing
go
the
about
thing.
here,
Okay.
and a little bit away from Mr. Sagano. Oh, Lord help me. So she's gonna dance with Stuart and be like, you seem mighty close with little Miss Sophie. Why, you remind me of my other cousin and I when we were about that age.
Stuart's just kind of shrug. I've got experience with kids. That's all.
Do you now? Do you have any siblings?
Yes. She lives in New York.
Oh man, I've heard New York's real hip with the speakeasy scene. Any recommendations if I ever head out that way?
There's a few places. It's a little dangerous, though.
Oh, well, I mean, looks back at the shotgun on her back. I think I can handle a little danger, Mr. Stewart.
I don't doubt it for a second.
Fucking thing was there.
Huh?
I forgot that fucking thing was there.
Yeah, I think we all kind of forget that Louise has been wandering around with a gun
this
the whole time.
Yeah.
What did you say, Beth? I'm so sorry.
He said, I don't doubt it for a second.
She is going to chuckle and kind of look at him and be like, and do you like taking care of Miss Sophie? Is it familiar for you?
He's gonna shrug. He's gonna say, well, me and the other boys, we help out best we can. So if I happen to be up at the same hours as Sophie. Kind of shrugs.
Well, I think that's mighty sweet that you guys always do what you can, and I gotta thank you for being a friend to Gabriel as well. He's like a brother too, even though he's a cousin.
That is gonna get an eyebrow quirk from Stuart.
Louise is gonna be a little perplexed by the eyebrow quirk. You not friends with Gabriel?
Well, we're acquaintances. I wouldn't exactly call us friends.
Oh, then I apologize, Stuart. I must have misunderstood my cousin's talkings. I thought he was friends with you party boys. Was gonna be a paramour or something like that.
He's close with Mr. Y.
I am very much aware of that entire situation. I thought he was friends with you gentlemen as well. I'm sorry for my misunderstanding, sir.
It's alright. It's an easy misunderstanding to have when you don't have the full story.
That tends to happen with me, unfortunately. Always shooting first and asking questions later. But, if you ever have Miss I'd like to extend the invitation. If you ever are watching over Miss Sophie and need something or anything of the like, you can always step into the market and I'd be happy to give some candy and some flowers. I know I liked some of that when I was a little girl, but then again, I did like a slingshot too, but I don't think Miss Sophie's that kind of lady.
There's a little bit of a smile that tugs at his lips. And he's like, well, I'll make sure I deliver the message to Sophie's father and her siblings so they can know too.
Of course. I always wanted a little sister, you see, but I'm the littlest of 8, so no one is smaller than me in the family. So I like seeing youngins running around. Just not a lie.
Yeah, he's gonna nod.
Laura, I think you're good if you want to interject at any point, honey.
Yeah, well, looking around to see where the ciganos are.
Yeah, roll that.
Roll
Please.
spot hidden for me.
Alrighty. Uh-oh. Please. Yes! 15. That's a success.
Yes, that is success. You see, you don't see like Mr. or Mrs. Y in it, but you're noticing that one of the party girls is starting to make her way over to Louise and where Stuart are. So I'd say you've got probably about maybe 2 or 3 more seconds before something goes down with Miss Bella and that gang.
Oh boy.
Like
You know, I'm
Laura.
gonna take that risk and head over and ask if I can cut in.
Alright, go ahead and roll me dexterity real quick.
Okay.
Do it.
Uh-oh.
69, nice. Not
69. Well,
Nice.
69, not nice.
not nice. So you get there just as Bella taps Louise's shoulder. And she's like, excuse me, Miss LeBlanc, may I cut in real quick?
Oh, Bella, Jack's sister, right?
Oh,
That's Caitlin.
no.
Wait.
You must be thinking of Katie.
Sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I got very excited and I thought I was talking to Jack's sister for a second. You're Bella. You lead the party girls, right?
That I do.
Beth, can I roll a spot hidden to see how close Laura is?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. A 37.
She's relatively close, but you know, she's
All right.
not close enough that that you could easily stall without it being super awkward.
Well, it's not going to be super awkward. Here we go, Beth.
Okay.
I'm doing this for you, Laura. Louise, because Beth, remind Tomb. Bella is head of the party girls, correct?
Yes, she is.
Okay, all right, here we go. This is a fast talk. Louise, Lord bless you. Bella, oh, you're in charge of the party girls, right? I actually wanted to speak with you about a business matter. I'm so sorry, Stuart. If I can have one moment with Miss Bella before you have a dance with her, I just wanted to see about having the girls over to drum up some business.
Smooth.
Yeah, go ahead and fast talk it.
Let's go! Hey, it's a 28. Let's go.
All right. Stuart's going to nod and kind of step back. And Bella's going to kind of give him a look, but she'll step back towards you, Louise, and kind of be like, "All right, consider me intrigued."
Takes her arm, looks at Laura, and then looks at Bella.
Laura is moving in.
Not subtle at all.
Well, Laura is in the direction of Jack, so if Bella wants to call me out, I can fast talk that shit too. So,
well, we'll see.
I'm going to walk off with
Not
Bella.
moving
I'm
in
gonna
so
let Laura
fast to
have
make it
her
painfully obvious, by the way. Just kind of like, you know,
Yeah, just like
making my way.
Yeah.
Downtown.
Yep. So yeah, I'm gonna let
There's
Laura
a free boy. We can swing this.
Yes. Laura, go get your boy. Go. Wait, Beth, you want me to actually talk to Bella right now?
Hey, Laura can either come up to Stuart, or you could try and fast talk, or you could roll me a spot hidden.
I will roll a spot hidden, but I'd rather let Laura chat with Stuart.
All right.
I'm curious to know what the spot hidden is spotting, but
26.
26. Louise, as you're walking away with Bella, there's somebody coming up towards you. It is one of the members of the Sagano family.
It's It's what? A member from the Sagano family?
It's Miss Y.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, Laura.
Well, Miss LeBlanc, glad to see you are having a variety of dance partners.
Well, as I mentioned to your father a little earlier, when in Rome, and I may have had something to drink this morning.
She's gonna smile and she's gonna nod. That sound. And she's gonna give a little nod to Bella. Bella's going to look at Louise and be like, Miss Y, Louise was offering up a suggestion of having the party girls come and help drum up business, was it?
Yes. You see, the party girl's got quite a number of fans, and I was thinking we can have, Runa and the band playing, and I can offer up a night where ladies come in free, party girls being the premier ladies, and gentlemen will have to pay at the door as well as pay for the drinks. Ladies get a cut of the money, and, we split the profits of the bar.
Well, that's certainly
Wow, trying to steal the Sagano business right from under their noses, Louise.
No, she's just, a couple nights.
Well, that's certainly an interesting idea, Miss LeBlanc.
It was just a suggestion, Miss Y, and as I mentioned, we'd be splitting the profits of the bar, and the girls would get part of the door. It's not an everyday thing, just maybe twice a month.
She nods and she's like, I'll have to bring that up to my father and my brother. And she kind of looks around. She still hasn't found where her brother is, but it's like, okay, fine, whatever.
That slacker not working.
He's off moping about his boyfriend he never got to have.
I actually need to find him myself, so let me know if you do find him. I gotta speak with him.
I most certainly will, Louise. Have a good time dancing with Bella.
Oh, Bella's far too good of a dancer for me. Unless you want to teach me a couple moves, Miss Bella.
Bella's gonna chuckle and be like, "All right, I don't. I hope you're a quick learner."
Not dancing.
She's gonna pull you a little bit over this way.
Louise would like nothing more than to go back to Jack, but this is the hole Louise has dug herself in.
Oh.
Yes. Miss White's gonna watch you leave. And she's going to let me see what's this. She's gonna go head over to head through the crowd and stuff. She's gonna give a look kind of at Stuart, but then she's gonna keep going and making her way over to her father.
Making her way downtown. Walking past.
So she's going to converse with her father. So if you want to talk to Stuart
about ladies' night,
yes.
Louise LeBlanc, trademarking the concept of fucking ladies' night.
Let's go.
Live.
Incredible, yes. All right. This Y is out of the way.
May I have Virgil follow her over there?
Sure.
Virgil is so suspicious. Oh my gosh.
I love him.
I mean, you know.
I mean, I should hate his guts, but I love him.
Yeah. I mean, just kind of like cut through the people dancing, chill, and listen a little bit.
On the Sagano.
just gonna go eavesdrop on the mobsters? Yeah, that'll work out great.
Well, yeah. I would explain it better, but I can't. I don't know. I'm not know how to talk properly.
You know what? You can dance with one of the party boys. You can dance with one of the good time gals. You just have yourself a good time near Fat Iggy and Miss Y. It's all good.
Yeah, I like to. He was gonna cut in to ask her something, but then got thing, and he doesn't want to be rude and interrupt the conversation, so he's just gonna wait until she's done. But also kind of listen.
Is he being blueballed by Miss Y?
What?
Is he being blueballed by Miss Y? The conversation.
Is he being what?
Blueballed.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Maybe I'm not hearing what you're saying, Ray, but I don't think so.
Don't worry about it. Laura, do you wish to go talk to Stuart?
I do.
Then go for it. He's standing there and he's
partnerless.
Hi, Stuart. Can I take this dance?
He's gonna stiffen a little bit, but he's gonna be like, well, I guess so. My dance partner's left me.
I see that. Yes, it's a terrible shame.
What are you laughing at? Is it me writing notes?
Yes.
No, it's a terrible shame. Yes. Really.
Almost as if it wasn't a trap at all.
I mean, we're not going to admit that.
Not on stream.
So he's going to reluctantly offer his hand to dance with you, Laura.
Yay! So Laura's just quietly gonna start off and Listen. It's all right. Mrs. Sagano knows about us. You don't need to pretend you don't know me.
He's gonna take a deep breath. He's gonna sigh, and it's Laura. She's gonna shake his head. Why the hell, out of all the places, you went to New Orleans?
Well, after what happened went down, I panicked, honestly. I thought that everything else was just going to keep going wrong, and I wanted to get out of town. And I've got Elsie and Frank down here. I've been friends with them for ages, and so I just went to stay with them for a while, and well, I decided I liked it and thought I'd stay.
That's he's kind of nodding. It's like, well, I can't really argue with that. I'm still annoyed that out of all the places you decided to go, it's where I'm at.
I'm sorry, I won't interfere with your business or whatever's going on here. I just wanted to know that you're okay.
His face kind of softens a little bit. Like, I'm all right. I'm doing all right for myself.
Glad to hear that.
He's just kind of. He's in a weird. It's like the weird spot of like, I did the thing in order to protect you, but then you got up and did it anyway. So it's like I'm trying to figure out how to word that for Stuart, but it's like it's that kind of vibe. It's like,
yep.
Just kind of shakes his head.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mess anything up for you.
It's okay. I mean, he's good. He's in a weird spot. It's how do you how do you have that awkward conversation of like, oh yeah, I totally faked my death. So the mob that was trying to, that quote unquote killed me would lay off my family's back. And then it's like, oh, hey, my sister found out I'm alive. Whoops. So
Guys.
It's an awkward kind of like, it's an awkward dance, but it's like okay, it's a dance.
Yay, awkward sibling dance.
Awkward sibling dance, yes.
Classic of any sibling relationships.
Awkward sibling dance.
Yep. So after a little bit, he's gonna kind of be like, well, I think your friend over by the tables is not doing so hot. Probably should go check up on him.
Yeah, I thought Louise was going to, but she's otherwise engaged. So I shall go and see if he's all right.
Yeah, Bella's not gonna let her go until she can dance better.
Save Louise. Save Louise, Laura.
Laura is not going to save Louise.
He's just gonna give you kind of a nice.
I don't think Laura has realized that Louise wants saving, but
he's just. Stuart's gonna give you a pat on the shoulder, and he's gonna be like, "It's good to see you. Laura.
It's good to see you too.
And so he's gonna kind of step back and kind of go to the other party boys and stuff and kind of mingle back into the crowd. So you can go rescue, go
Yep,
see how Wolf and
I'm
them.
gonna go.
Yeah.
See how Jack's getting on.
Yeah, he's not doing great, but you know, it's all right. So we would we like to go have the cigar conversation with Mr. Y and Runa, or should we save that for?
I can do either or. I have enough energy to go a little bit longer, especially because tomorrow is a holiday for me, but
Yeah.
I don't know how everybody else is, so.
How does everybody else feel?
I'd prefer to save it till next time. I'm
actually
getting a bit
tired.
of a headache.
All right, then we will.
Oh no, Janice.
Oh no. Well, we will go.
Janice has become Wolf in this situation.
Oh no, we're gonna.
That's correct.
You know what we're gonna do then? We're gonna go ahead and call it the end of this session, and then we can come back next session and get on to some of the juicy details with the other things. So, yeah.
Still
Thanks.
the goss.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, YouTube. Bye.